Hey, you're listening to the Speaking of Music podcast.
Hey guys, we're back, and today we're going to talk about Marginalia by Ella Jane.
This is very long overdue. It's been a hot second since this project came out, but we are finally here to discuss.
I think we kind of needed the time to digest it in a sense.
I agree, because I remember being so excited for all the new music coming out at the end of last year that when it all came out, I was so overwhelmed by all of the stuff. I needed the time, but now is the time.
Yeah, now we have the time, and we kind of sat with these songs for a while, and I think our opinions are very well developed as opposed to before. I think we would have been kind of all over the place in this episode.
Right? Oh, I totally agree. So
let's get right into it.
Marginalia was released October 28th, 2022, and it is Ella's second project. Not really sure if it's officially an album or an EP, but I'm pretty sure it's an album.
It's like Gracie Abrams saying this is what it feels like as an EP. Don't lie to us. It's 12
You're
songs.
lying.
And her quote unquote debut album is also 12 songs. It's literally the same length. So
whatever.
It's fine. We'll get there eventually. That's this week, right? It is this week.
Is it? What day is it?
Monday. It's coming out this Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Slide.
Yes. Crazy.
Anyways, so this is Ella's second project. And the singles, there were singles, right? Okay, so how many of them were singles? So Time On was a single, Party Trick, Sore Loser,
How Do I Lose You?
How Do I Lose You? Yeah.
Did we say I Wanna?
Oh,
5.
I Wanna.
Right?
That makes sense. It was 5, right?
Party Trick, Time On, How Do I Lose You?
Sore Loser.
Sore Loser. Okay.
Well, less singles than there were on the last one, because her first EP, it was more of a collection of all of the songs that she had released prior to then.
Which makes sense.
But this one is more of I feel like a complete project that we're all written together nicely.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get into it with rankings. I'll start. So my rankings are Warhol, Sore Loser, Crash Cart, I Wanna, Party Trick, Time On, 7, How Do I Lose You, You Shouldn't Have Said That.
My rankings are Warhol, Party Trick, Sore Loser, Crash Cart, Time On, I Wanna, 7, You Shouldn't Have Said That, and How Do I Lose You.
And mine are Warhol, Crash Cart, Time On, Party Trick, Sore Loser, I Wanna, 7, You Shouldn't Have Said That, and How Do I Lose You. Okay, so let's jump right in with the first track, which is 7.
Which we all put at number 7, by the way. This is really exciting.
That wasn't even on purpose.
It literally wasn't.
Okay,
it was a little bit on purpose, just because I was I had 3 songs left on the ranking list, and I do like it more than 8 and 9. But I was like, oh, it's 7 at 7. That's a good place.
Yeah. No, I definitely did it a little bit on purpose, because it looked nice, and they both had 7 at 7, so I couldn't be the odd one out.
I did not. When I ranked this, when I ranked this, it just happened that way, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cute."
No, but I don't disagree with where it is on the rankings. I didn't just put it there.
Okay, I think that this song does a really good job of opening up the door to the production of this.
Sure.
What is it crinkling so loud?
No,
so long?
right near the door.
Literally.
Okay, do this on purpose.
So I really like how this song opens up the door to the kind of change in production style that we get in this album. It feels different than what she had done prior.
Okay, so let me just give my little spiel. I love this song. I think it's so good, and I think it is such an opener. However, it did throw me off that we put 7 at 7. She did not put 7 at 7 in the track list. That being said,
rude.
It's rude, but it is such an opener.
Yeah,
it is.
It really is.
And I think it's really interesting how it grows and it becomes bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that it's interesting that this is the opener to her tour as well. So
I think it has a really like big sound environment. Like it really has a full experience when you're listening to it.
This song is such like a reminiscing song in not just all of the lyrics, but also the production style, I think, and the buildup of, the music. And I think that the song definitely has some of my favorite lyrics in the entire album. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The second verse, especially, is just so beautiful. And like, we've talked about Ella's lyricism so much in, the past, in our previous episodes, but she just has such a way with putting exactly what she thinks into poetic words, which is a talent it's not easy to come across.
And I think that's just because not just because she's incredibly talented. I think she spends a lot of time with each individual lyric, and you can tell how much like effort and care she puts into each one of her songs, because everything is there with a purpose.
Right.
And nothing that you hear from her songs feels like, oh, that's icky, like that doesn't feel right, because everything does feel right, because she put so much time and effort into making sure everything was so cohesive, and it definitely works in her favor. Also, pause. Why is it like High Infidelity, The Great War, and then on Nonsense Christmas?
I got
She
that
got it
too. It's like alternate or a Nonsense
Christmas.
Christmas is so funny. I listened
is
to
so
it like
funny.
I listened to like
You're my
3 entire
wish
times.
list.
It's
Looking
so
at
funny.
you got me thinking Christmas.
It's so funny.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to the second track, which is Time On. And this is the track that I have such a strong emotional attachment to. I'm not really sure why, but like I also kind of know how it worked. So the first time I heard this song fully was when we went to see Ella in December of 2021, and she played it as an unreleased song.
We're so special. We are so
We
special.
were so
We
special.
are so special. You're right.
And I really liked it from the get-go, and before it was released, I randomly like had it in my head at random points in time, just from that one listen that I got from the concert. So when it did finally come out, I genuinely had such an attachment to it. It was on loop. It was like on the top of my like songs in the past 6 months thing on Spotify. So it had a chokehold on me, and for good reason, because it is so, I think, addicting.
Yeah.
And the lyrics of the chorus, when it goes, "But if you wanted to break my heart, I'm strong, I can take it." I don't know, that just hits so hard.
Yeah. Also, we'll have you know that Victoria listens to the same like 4 songs.
That's a lie.
That's an Ella lyric.
Yes, I know.
She listens to the same like collection of songs. So for a song to be at the top of her 6 months means a lot, because I mean she has to listen to it a lot of times.
That's so true.
No, but I think this song has such a strong concept. It's been a while since I've gotten to say those words, but
Okay.
I think that there's a difference between giving somebody your heart versus giving them the permission to like break your heart. I think there's something strangely intimate about that. Like,
I think it's funny.
I think it's funny too. Like, okay, like here you go. You have permission to do whatever you want with my heart right now. And I think that
I also think that it's the way that she like phrases it. Like she's like, you can break it because I'm strong, I can take it.
Right.
Like don't worry about me.
Just,
right.
like,
You do
hang
your
out with
thing.
me.
You do your thing. But it's just so adorable. And as Victoria said, like the chorus is just so addicting. And then she ends it with, if you're looking for someone to waste your time on, like that's me. Waste your time on me.
Me.
Right.
But like in a good way.
Right. It's like it is pick me, but also it doesn't feel like that.
Okay. I think the funniest part is that like people asked her about like the lyrics in the first verse, and she was like, "Oh no, I was just waiting in the dining hall line at Tops. It was long."
No, literally. She's like, they're like, what does it mean when you're waiting in a line? She's like, I was literally physically waiting in a line.
Sitting there waiting in line.
In Massachusetts with all these rich college kids.
Yeah.
Which will come up later. Stay tuned. All right, let's move on to Sore Loser.
I was so excited for this song based on the TikTok stuff that she was posting. She was like,
did you ever see that girl? Or I don't know if it was a girl, but it was someone on TikTok who would post like day like 345 of Waiting for Sore Loser by LJ
Yes!
without fail every single day.
Yes.
It went like 200 days.
It was so funny.
It was
too,
so funny.
because it was me.
And then and then like by like day 200 she's like, girl, this song is yours. Like,
no, it's so funny. And then she, like Ella in her TikTok was like, guys, I'm so sporty and athletic. Look at me.
look at me.
No, but the song has such the concept of the song.
Of course.
I'm a sore loser who always falls for the winner. Should have warned you first that you struck a deal with a lifelong quitter.
Mm-hmm.
That I feel like is so
It's so real and relatable.
It's so real and relatable.
Yeah.
Even if you're not like actively a sore loser, I feel like everyone is secretly a sore loser in their
Yeah,
head.
I am such
We're
a
all
sore
sore
loser. I'll say it.
You can be a gracious loser to their face.
I am
Right.
so bitter.
But like, come on.
You always have your sore loser
Of
thoughts.
course.
Okay, let's talk about the lyrics of the first verse too. As she's sipping your coffee, gonna rot my brain. Like, that's so
Okay, real.
no, it's so real. But I also just think it's like I always knew that I'd give in to jealousy, but I never thought that it would be the death of me.
Like, you don't know unless you're standing in that position.
No, it's just
Right.
like being so jealous. And you can relate that to like sports when someone else is doing well and you're doing bad. Ooh, the jealousy. When you're running and you get beaten. Ooh.
No, literally.
Like when you do bad and you get beaten.
Yeah, it's like a
You're
double
done.
homicide.
Double
Literally done.
No, but I just love this song so much.
Yeah. And of course we have to bring up the remix she did with Charlie.
Which is so cute.
It
is
is
so
cute.
cute.
It's so cute and funny. And that album cover is so cute and sporty.
Mhm.
With that
So athletic.
Tennis.
Remember that.
Yes.
Tennis girly.
Yeah.
She's
Also, it's so good, and his voice mixes really well with hers.
I know. I
And they
literally
did-
love them.
They did a
singing together.
live version,
Mhm.
and then she did a live version of one of his songs with him for
Uh-huh.
Satisfactory, and I was like, whoo. Also, I think it's so cute that he signed to like Satisfactory Records, which is like a division of Phoebe Bridgers and like Phoebe Sands. It's cute.
Okay,
Dream label, by the way, just so you know.
for sure. We got that.
Thanks. Take notes.
Okay. So the next track is Party Trick,
I've been waiting to talk about this
which
one.
I think was the second single, right?
Mhm.
After Time On. So I feel like it was very prominent,
Yeah,
a prominent part of the era.
for sure. I think that this was definitely such a defining moment in the era. Like, the music video, so good. And I just think the whole idea of this song, I love the idea of just everything in the chorus, like saying I love you for a party trick. Like, I love how she says that. And then I love the drink your attention till it makes me sick. She just has a way of putting these, it fits really satisfyingly together in
It's
the
like
chorus.
doing something to get someone's attention, like just wanting their attention so
Yeah.
bad. I get that.
Wanting someone's attention so bad that you say like I love you for a party trick just so that you can make it happen. Like, and it feels like such a lighthearted thing, like a party trick. Like,
Right.
It's fun.
Right? It's fun. It's supposed to be like a joke, but
It's
it
fun.
isn't
It's
a
funny.
joke.
Yeah, and I love how that shows how she's kind of like hiding her feelings. It's a party trick. It's fun, right? Like,
Also,
It's nothing
this
serious.
is so gay. Like the dynamic here. Like, well, I know it is about a girl.
It
Because
says,
she
and the
says
girl
that,
I've known
And
for
she
a
was
day or
very
two.
excited to announce that it was her first song about the girl, and that's very big for her, so very proud. But also, like, the dynamic here of like girls just moving so fast.
like you can see it.
Yeah. I could feel it. I
Like,
was
okay, we see you.
it's like, I know what you are.
The dog. The homophobic dog.
Oh my god, I made a playlist and then the cover was the homophobic dog. And it's like
Love
I
the
know what you are.
homophobic dog.
It was called
Because-
it's called Fresh and Fruity.
Who made him like that? Who did that to him?
His gay odors.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but this song has such a good energy. I really like the production of this song because I think it keeps the flow and it keeps the song in the environment that you would think it should be in.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right.
We should do the next one and then have break.
And then break. Okay, so let's move on to You Shouldn't Have Said That.
Okay. You shouldn't have said that. We actually had a big debacle earlier today trying to spell shouldn't.
Yeah, that was really funny.
It was very humbling.
I can't believe 3 high school aged people could not spell shouldn't.
And
We're
we all
supposed
stared
to
at it
be-
for so
no,
long.
We were
Yeah.
staring at it. We were like debating it, like actively. Like, no, like here's where the apostrophe is supposed to go. Like, no, it's not.
And we're supposed to be smart.
Yeah, we're supposed to be smart
Oopsies.
sometimes.
It's fine. Anyways, that was a humbling moment.
It was.
This song is also a little bit humbling.
It is. It's incredibly humbling. Like, this actually like crushes me every single time I listen to it.
No, and it's so I like that when it starts, like it gets right to it. It like starts and it's like, you shouldn't have said that, and oh my god, you shouldn't have said that, at least not without warning. I've been such a wreck.
Like it's
Right.
the way she speaks with such conviction here. It's like
Yeah.
you shouldn't have.
Like,
it's
you
also-
shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have gone and played with someone's actual.
Also, she's just
Heart.
like me. This song is just reaffirms that she is just like me. I have never gotten over anything that has ever happened to me. Literally ever. I
think
will
I agree with that, honestly.
Yeah, I will think about it years later.
No, because if someone says something to me, I will think about it
Oh, for
weeks
sure.
and weeks and weeks and weeks afterwards. And that's literally the worst thing ever. Like, oh,
No, when verse 2 says you shouldn't have said that and think that I'd read it, then after a minute forget that I'd seen it.
like no, since
no,
when?
that's just not how that works.
And of course, she had her little TikTok moment with the chorus.
And you shouldn't have called me pretty. Yeah, that is very TikTok, but like in a good way.
In
It's
a good
fine.
way. Like, sometimes we were like, yes, TikTok derogatory. No, like, this is good. I love the theatric
Like,
factor that it adds.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, now let's talk about the part in the second verse. Jersey girls. Here.
That's us.
Let's dissect. Looked for distractions. I found none at college. Just rich kids from Jersey and part-time astrologists. Still thought about you, but now I know communists.
Yes.
So anyways, we can
Guys,
confirm.
we have a cameo in this song. That's
Guys,
us.
She wrote about us, and our song, our town, like directly feeds into like Tufts.
Yeah. No,
I think-
literally.
I
It's
think
terrible.
I think that's why it's really funny when she was like rich kids from Jersey. I was like, oh, I know what you're talking about.
Thank you,
I know,
Ella. I know this was meant just for us, so I thank you.
Yeah, but we know exactly what she's talking about.
No,
And they're
we
always
do.
like,
We
there's-
do.
I think the socio-political effect of this, it's like, girl,
We'll cut it out. We'll cut it out.
he would go.
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
But anyways.
Anyway, thanks for the mention.
Yeah.
I really like the bridge of this song where she says, and there's blood in the water, I'll wait till the faucet runs clear, and you shouldn't have said that and think I'd pretend not to hear. I don't know, it just the phrasing throughout this song is so perfectly done.
It feels like she's like her heartbeat is like ramping up, like she's just like riling herself up over and over and over again, which
Right.
is something I do. Like I build something up to be so much in my head, and this song feels like a perfect way to convey that.
Mhm.
And I think it's really interesting because she just keeps going, and I'm like, yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
You shouldn't have said that, but
you
Actually,
should
what are we
listen to
doing?
this ad break.
okay. You shouldn't have said that, but you know what you should do? Listen to this ad break.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, let me tell you about it. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free, and there are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
The best part is that Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many more. And you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast, all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Okay. We're back and we're ready to talk about How Do I Lose You? That was a really weird like intonation.
Yeah.
I had a hot moment with How Do I Lose You. The music video is so cute.
I was just about to
So
bring that
good.
up.
And-
with the dancing alien.
Yes, I was the aliens.
I think it's so funny. She's like, my choreographer quit on me.
It was so funny. I was cackling.
My choreographer would quit on me too. I'm such a horrible dancer. Not Anusha though. Anusha's our dancing queen. Young
Thanks,
and sweet.
guys. I'm like broken after yesterday's performance. Like I can't walk properly.
Anyway, so this song also I think has a really good energy, even though it like low-key is depressing. But I feel like that's the vibe we get from this, from a lot of the songs on
Doesn't
this
she say
project.
she's happy music for sad people?
Did she say that?
I
It's
think
probably
that's- I
true.
think that's a great
It's
tagline.
probably
Well,
true.
No, I think that is her like thing, or it was.
I think that's a fantastic. I've never heard that, but like, I've never heard her say that. But I think that's fantastic. Like that's good. And
It
that's
is
real,
good.
and it's right.
I really like I'm just gonna say I like the phrasing again, but I just said that, so I'm not gonna say that.
I like how this is very like denial is a river in Egypt. It's like this never happened. Like what am I doing? Type of thing. It's like very nothing real to forget. Loving you like pretend. Like there's nothing there. So what am I holding on to? Type of thing.
I
Which is
really
so
like-
real.
I really like how the song starts out with I didn't know that I was falling till I hit the ground and wasn't love if you can never hear it make a sound.
It's like the tree.
Tree in the
question.
forest!
I love that question. I feel like it doesn't
Wait,
make
what's the question? Is
if
the
a tree falls in a
into-
forest and no one is there to hear it, did it make a sound?
But like, what's the
Definition of sound?
What's the deep philosophical question there?
Oh, it's like if there's no one there to experience something, then did it ever happen?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
It's
it
literally
does.
the answer is so obvious. It's yes.
I know. I'm like,
No, but
why-
that's what I'm saying.
How could
no,
you
that's
say
what
no?
I'm saying. Like the obvious answer is yes. So what's the argument for no? Why is this a debate? Why is this a great philosophical?
Well, because
debate?
if there was no one to witness the event, then there was no one to like
The effect
say
of
that it
I don't know.
happened. Yeah,
It's
right.
weird. Okay, well let's move on.
Well, Ella's making us be very philosophical today.
She's making you very confused right now.
Yeah, she's making you very like not English.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm
I think the song is
sorry.
so fun. It's so indie pop, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
No,
you
it
think
is.
about
It's like
it-
this is the definition, like prime indie pop.
This is fun music. You know? I think my logic, and I think she backs this logic up. If you don't like pop music, you're just not fun. You're fun. You're a boring person and you do boring things.
And you also have a
And you're
secret
lying
hidden
to yourself.
superiority complex.
Yes,
You
and-
think you're better than everyone else because
Is
you're
it
like,
hidden,
"Ew, I
though?
hate pop music." No, don't lie.
No, you're just boring. You're not superior, you're just boring. Sorry. I get really passionate about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Okay, so let's move on to Warhol.
Fan fave. Also
course.
another music video, by the way.
Love.
It's so cool. She stepped up her music video game. Like if you look at, I think Bored and Blind was awesome.
I think so
Mhm.
too. Because that was my like first Ella Jane music video.
What was the first one? Period, girl.
Yeah, but like, I know, but like, it was like
It was like an
it was like the
experience.
first thing I like
understand.
saw on YouTube of her, and it was like, I don't know, it was like my first song because like I ran immediately to that music video after that one song. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
that's what I meant.
When did I put you guys on Ella? How many songs did she have?
For me, it was
3.
right before or right after Thief released. I don't remember, but for me, it was that.
Okay. And then you were Bored and Blind?
Yeah, like
Huh.
right after.
That's interesting. Because I remember waiting for August. Oh my god. I think it was
Oh, I know,
last
'cause
night
I
or 2
remember,
nights
'cause-
ago.
No, because I remember you texted the song to me, and then I listened to it. I was like, wow.
It is good. I was listening to August in my grandma's attic because there was a COVID scare at my house and we evacuated and I was living at my grandma's house. And I waited up for August and then I was at her house again because she needed help cleaning or something. So I was there and I was sleeping over and it was late at night and I just saw that she had posted like August got to 2 million streams. I was
Yeah,
like, this
yeah.
is such a full circle moment for me right now.
Whenever I think of Ella Jane or even like Ashlyn, I only think of like Mrs. Novakova's room and sitting there during math analysis, being the only person there, slaying my work and just listening to music the entire time.
That's so
so
funny.
funny.
Such a, like I'm telling you, every time I listen to Ashlyn, I'm just transported back there. It's so strange. But anyways,
Okay.
So I know that when I saw Warhol on the track list, I was like, I know this one. This one is gonna have this concept is gonna be like through the roof. This is gonna be executed so perfectly.
It is perfect.
It is
It's literally
perfect.
perfect.
ugh, it's so
What
good.
else can we say?
It's just so like I think effortlessly artistic.
That's a good way to put it.
It's like Andy Warhol.
Yes, like Andy Warhol.
Whoa!
I've been waiting forever to be noticed up on a white wall. I keep twisting the image till I'm not myself at all because you love Andy Warhol. Come on.
So good. And the verses are like unmatched. Like
Yeah, also a Hitchcock blonde on Bleecker Street. Also, because she is a bleep blonde. She.
I bet you'll
I bet
never
you'll
know
never
which
know
one's
which
the
one's
carbon
carbon.
copy. Can you tell? Ugh.
That I love that lyric because it says it like outright, basically. But like when you think about what it means in terms of being in a relationship or like being maybe not in a relationship, but like trying to be in a relationship, that you're just so desperate that you're just changing everything about yourself so you could be noticed.
Yeah, real.
It's awful.
It's true.
Yeah, it's awful, but true.
And I feel like everyone does it, not to like this extent, but everyone like does things to be noticed
Oh yeah.
when they want to be with someone. But
Okay, let's move on to I Wanna.
I want to say that I saw this when this came out. That she said that this was this song had inspiration from "Never Really Over" by Katy Perry, and I was slightly concerned because I have like this thing against that song.
What? It's a great
It's
No,
so
good.
good.
But I have a thing
Is
against
that the one with Zoe Deschanel in it? The music video.
Anyways, so I was like slightly concerned because I have a thing against that song. But you know what? Ella's take on this type of song turned out really, really nice for me.
No, her and Katy Perry are the same brand of person.
The same, yeah. I agree.
Yeah. We've never talked about Katy Perry on the podcast, have we?
No.
That's interesting.
It is,
actually.
right? It's the one with Zoe Deschanel in it. I love her.
Also, the harmony, the just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over.
I love that part.
Enough to give you.
Guys, I just like to assert that I was the original Harley's in Hawaii stan before it went viral on TikTok. And Victoria was like, girl, like the song sucks. I was like, no, it's so
No,
good.
I remember that.
I remember this conversation. I was like, no, it's like really good. And then everyone on
because
TikTok is
I
like,
remember because when I was listening to that album or whatever, I was sitting in the parking lot of a grocery store.
what's the song called? Smile? What's it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was sitting in the parking lot of a grocery store texting you about how shitty I thought all the songs were.
No, don't lie.
Okay, well, it was flop.
Okay, half of it was.
But it was flop-tastic.
Yeah, like it was like bad flop, but like good flop.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like that was Katie's thing, you know. That was
she's like
yeah.
Okay, anyways, let's talk about I Wanna. It's so good. Also, it gives like Out of the Woods in like the repetition of the chorus.
I was just about to bring that up. There's like a very specific category of songs like that. AKA Out of the Woods, Nobody, Mitski.
Yeah, but
This
sometimes
song.
it doesn't work. Sometimes
Yeah.
the repetition really gets to you, but sometimes it's really good. And I think it's better when the final chorus changes it a little, like it does here. I want to feel the rush. I want to feel the rush. I want to feel the rush. I want to feel it. And when you call my name, don't want to be okay. I want it in my veins. I want to need it. And then like the way she emphasizes her words there makes it like even more powerful than the repetition that she's like stressing in the chorus. And I think it's a poetic device, and people forget that in music because there's like kind of a format to pop songs, but like it works. People forget that it works until it works really well.
Right.
Is anyone else going to share?
Yes. I thought Anusha was gonna go first though.
You can go first.
Okay. I think it also works out nicely because of the way the verses like contrast what's in the chorus, like sonically or like melodically. I don't really know, but there's like a contrast. And I really like some of the lyrics in this song. In the first verse where she says, "Your blue lightning hit the cold hard ground again. Intoxicating eyes, chemical contact high, lost in flames. I let myself forget."
Oh, did you see the Chemical Contact High remix came out?
I did
see that, and I really like it.
But I really like the phrase chemical contact high. So
Also,
That was derogatory.
the bridge gives Cruel Summer. But then our last week in the taxi, you kissed me and I cried, felt like a kid in the backseat waving you goodbye, as in I'm drunk in the back of the car and I cried like a baby coming home from the bar.
that's so true.
That was good. I really like the build up of the repetition because in the first time the chorus comes around, right? It's kind of like very like linear, like I want to be in love, I want to be in love, I want to be in love. But then the second time it hits, she just injects this like indescribable like emotion into like the repetition that shows the desperation of it just so much. The way that it builds up, the way she enunciates each and every I wanna be in love. Like every single one is just so strongly emphasized. It just conveys the desperation in a way that no other song lyric can. It's just I want to be in love over and over.
Yeah,
and over.
I agree. And I really like the last chorus, like Sophia was talking about, how it changes to the whole I want to feel that rush and I want it in my veins. I want to need it. I want to need it. Because I really, really like the concept of like you want it so bad you want to inject it in your veins.
Right.
I don't know. I just
Drugs.
not
Good
in
job,
that
guys.
way.
Good job, guys.
I think it's interesting how she changes the meaning of I want to be in love from the first to the second verse. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I agree.
At first she's like, I want to be in love. And then it's like,
No,
No,
I'm
like I want to be.
serious.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the final track, which is Crash Cart.
She really said you thought this was gonna end in a nice, happy
Yeah.
way. No.
well, if you look at this song title and you're like, wow, what a happy looking song.
Like Crash
You're
Cart.
wrong. Especially if you look at the album cover,
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
which is, I mean,
But you could hope.
I don't know why every time I see this song, I'm reminded of that one time Hannah went to that like a race car.
I can't get
I can't. I know. I can't get. But then she was like telling us about it. I was like, what the hell is this? I can't get it out of my
leaving
brain.
school to do.
No, literally. Sometimes the things that Hannah does.
Funny.
Like, honestly, what was she doing on the last day of school? I would go to go-kart camp if I wanted to.
No, because it was so funny.
Okay. This makes me want to cry. Like,
yeah.
it's so upsetting. Don't you think I know you kiss me just to pass the time?
It's kind of like Time On counterpart. Because, like, in Time On, she's like, oh, like, you can waste your time on me. But here she's kind of facing, like,
No, she's more like I would waste my time on you,
Yeah,
but you're
but,
just
like,
not.
but, like, okay, I feel like there is definitely, like, kind of like a counterpart there. Because there she's, like, kind of, like, half, like, joking, like, yes, like, pick me, choose me, love me. But then here she's, like, serious. She's, like, I know it's just to pass the time. Like, I know that this is not that real.
I know there's someone else, basically.
Right.
Because when she's talking about, well, the car metaphor is very interesting.
It is.
Because you're moving down familiar streets at 85 and they're watching the blur, so you can't see what's going on outside because the person would theoretically be afraid for her to realize that there's someone else and that there's like a clear and obvious truth. So just like speeding through it and hoping you don't notice.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving
And then you're gonna
reckless
crash.
driving.
Yeah.
Right.
It's giving reckless driving. And the chorus with
I got the chorus.
the way the chorus,
good.
in my opinion, the way the chorus incorporates piano is so beautiful.
I agree.
Because it has like that almost New Year's Day
Mhm.
That too,
like,
yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
It's just so sad.
It's
Yeah.
horrible.
Verse 2. So I wrap another day in shiny make-believe and let you call your toleration reciprocity.
That's a lot of big words.
I know.
It's giving Taylor tolerated.
Yeah.
It is. That is so tolerated.
It is.
Ugh,
I
the
love
bridge,
tolerated.
The bridge literally destroys me. I'll breathe for the both of us. I'll breathe for the both of us. A machine for the both of us. That is so Phoebe. Like,
Yeah.
I'll breathe for the both of us.
Okay, speaking of Phoebe, I'm so pissed that Waiting Room got taken off of Spotify.
I saw that.
wanted to die when I saw that because I was like,
I thought it was a joke, so I went to go look it up, and it was gone.
no, because I was one day I genuinely the day that I found out, I was genuinely like searching for that song. I was like, oh, I want to listen to some Phoebe, but there's like a very specific like intent in my mind to listen to Waiting Room, and I looked it up. I was like, why isn't it coming up? Like, is it just my Wi-Fi? Like, and then I was like, no, this can't be. And then I like Googled it, and then I wanted to die because I actually wanted to listen to that specific song in that moment, and it just wasn't there, and it was the worst day of my life.
I wanted to add it to a playlist like a few weeks ago, and then I remembered, and I was like, you're kidding, right?
That's like a soul-crushing loss.
Anyway.
If it would have been Sidelines, I would have actually offed myself.
Oh, yeah. The Sidelines love is so real.
It's like scary.
Yeah.
Like, why do we love it so much?
Anyway.
Anyways,
In conclusion.
in conclusion, We are literally obsessed with anything that Ella puts out. Honestly, she could
I
put
think
out
it's
like
so obvious.
she could put out
We
7
love
seconds of
this.
static noise,
We
just
love-
like Taylor, and we
Or,
would still
like,
listen to it.
7 seconds of static noise, and we'd be like, wow, like
It's
the
so
intent
deep.
behind this is
No,
really...
the intent is that there's just like nothing going on. Like they're not talking anymore. Like no, girl. No, but genuinely,
But we would do that. We would do it for
we
her.
just have like the most amount of love ever for Ella's songwriting, and we said it during our last Ella episode. We can't wait to see what she does next, and this is what she's doing next, and she's doing amazing things, and we just have so many expectations for her, and she's just like crushed all of them, like in the most literal sense, and we're just so proud.
We are proud.
We are proud parents, even though we're like a lot younger than her. Not a lot.
Not a
Not a
lot.
lot.
No, it's a few years,
It's a
right?
few years.
Should go on.
I
think
think
so.
so.
A couple years.
She's like 5 years old now. Nice.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that old.
It's gonna be ages just
Age is just no, but we love you, and yeah, thanks
All
for
love.
making good music.
Yeah.
Happy music for sad people.
Yeah, happy music for sad people.
Thanks for that. We
I
needed
hope,
that.
No, I hope that was actually something she said, because I feel like it was, but
'Cause
I
I
didn't.
feel like it's true.
It is true.
Okay.
And we vibe with it.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. If you want to hear more of us, make sure to check out our social media.
Our Instagram is at the Speaking of Music Podcast.
And our TikTok is at Speaking of Music Podcast. So make sure to go follow both of those for all the latest updates. And as always, we'll see you next week.
Bye.